So let's have a look at the actual JSON file that we're going to be working with. So I'm going to this URL here. This is the URL we're going to be using in our JavaScript to actually request this data. And so what you can see here is what's called JSON. And JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. But JSON's not limited to JavaScript. It works with many different programming languages. And really what it is just a data interchange language. It's more or less just a format for delivering data. And you can see here, it's easy for humans to read. We can read clearly what's happening here. And it's easy for computers to generate and parse. So it makes this a really widely used form of transferring data. So let's go ahead and have a look at the JSON and examine some of the new data structures that we're actually seeing here. So JSON data is built primarily on two different structures. We have objects and arrays. So we're going to go through this data set here together and identify some of these new data structures. And then I'm going to go ahead and hop in the console, and we're going to play around with a little bit simpler examples, since you may just be being introduced to objects or arrays for the first time. So let's look at this together. We have this entire thing here to us is an actual object. And we know that this is an object because of this curly brace here. That is our clue that we are dealing with an object data structure. So what is an object? Well, an object is basically just a set of key value pairs. So key value pairs should sound familiar because we worked with key value pairs when we were working in local storage. So in this case, to identify our key here is apartments. And apartments, in this case, has a value of an array. We know this is an array here by this square bracket. That's our clue. And this is an array, which is just basically a list of other apartment objects. We know, once again, they're objects from this curly brace here. And you can clearly see that we have key value pairs of properties that would relate to an apartment. So we have a JSON object being returned to us with a key of apartments and of a value that is an array of apartment objects. Are you with me?